could have a directory called as cert global. Okay, yeah. So we see that, and it is active and it's created, so there shouldn't be any problem. So if you click on this directory, that's where you will be able to manage the directory. And yesterday we were talking about adding users, etc. So you should be able to do that here. But for now, let's go to Workspaces. Workspaces, yeah. Okay. Then Workspaces, we have to create a workspace. It takes time, again, another maybe 20-30 minutes to create that workspace itself. So let's start off now. And while that is creating, we can move on to another topic as well, just in the interest of time. Let's click on Launch Workspaces. And like I told yesterday, Workspaces is more for user perspective, where you will have the users assign certain workstations like Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows 10 with Office, etc. So you can get that done. But even before that, you have to select a directory because you'll be placing your objects like users and computers inside the directory. Yeah, so put that in there. Hit next. Yeah, hit next. Oh, yeah. The Workspaces will connect to your directory, and then will give you options to create a client-based operating system. So it's asking for the username. What username do you want to give? I'm going to give my name. Username, yeah, and then first name is also a last name. Gonna give my email address. Yeah, that's good. I can create as many users as I want like that, but for now, just keep one. Email address is very important field because the user will get instructions as to how you should be logging onto the machine, because it's not pretty straightforward like EC2. In EC2 you get a public IP address, you do RDP, connect to that, type in the user ID and password, decrypt the PIM file. That's not how we do it here, right? I'm going to show that to you. Like I said yesterday, this is not free, so as soon as I'm done, as soon as I hit next, right, and when I'm done with it, they will straight away strike off $4 from my account. But I want to show that to you because it's important to see this. And I'm clicking on next, but nothing happens. So let's see. So create users. Okay. My user got created. Now I'll go here and hit next. That's where it goes. This is where you get operating systems. So you have a bundle of operating systems that shows you the CPU, memory, the storage, and also the applications. So if you want an operating system with Windows 7 and Office 2010, you can select that. 2013, you can select that. As you scroll down, you see more and more options. You get Windows 10 as well, Windows 2016 as well, yeah. So this is where you're going to get high performance because it's got close to 7.5 gigs and 100 GB of hard disk and 2 CPUs. So you can also select the language. For now it is all English, but yeah, maybe moving forward they're going to give us more options. For now we'll just give Windows 7 the language as English and take it forward. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just next. Now it says choose how you will run and pay for the services. The first option is where your machine is always on. The second is billed by an hour, where the machine will be shut down after an hour automatically and you will be charged just for that hour. First one is always on, so where you have to manually select to restart and stop. So I'll select that, auto stop. After how many hours do you want to start or stop it, you can choose that. Based on the hours your project will run. For now I'll just select 1 hour. Encryption, do you want to encrypt your C drive and D drive, etc. Key is name, values Windows 7 desktop of whatever configuration. Yeah, hit next. That's it. You're done. As soon as I hit on launch Workspaces, I should be done with that. But this machine is created in North Virginia region. Alright, this is North Virginia region. The root volume, that is only for encryption if you want root and user volume to be encrypted, right? So you can choose that. That's it. Launch Workspaces. So it will take about 20 minutes is what usually I've seen that in my experience. And even this guy says here, workspaces may have to take up to like 20 minutes to become available. Instructions will be sent to user when the workspace will be available. So I'm not going to get email right now. I'll be getting email once the workspace is ready, and that will have instructions as to how to connect to that, right? So that's how it is. So just have to do nothing but wait and watch. I should have something populated here. Um, yeah. Yeah, and any questions? Straightforward.
No.
Awake today.
No.
No, I'm good, sir.
Okay. Okay. So we'll just park it here, and we'll keep moving to another point here called as what? Called as workmail, right? So in an organization, you'll definitely need emails. And getting corporate emails is like kind of tough. So Amazon has provided something called as workmail. So I'm going to click on that and see how easily an email or a corporate email can be provisioned for the users. Now we have a user called as Anand, and let's give him a email address as well. So he has a desktop, he has a username in the directory. Let's give him an email address. So custom setup using existing directory, because we have existing directory already, right? We have a directory called as Cert Global, so we'll use this. So let's say custom setup. So Cert Global is already there. We have no encryption. Okay, set that up. Hit next. So now your mailbox, the first mailbox is getting created. Again, it says that it will take another 10 minutes. This initial setup is it's kind of slow. Yeah, it says active already. So you click on Cert Global, right? And now you can create mailboxes for all the users that you have. So there's a user called as Anand here, and let's enable him. Okay, so his email address will be anand@certglobal.awsapps.com. Say enable. So his mailbox is now enabled. The mail address has a domain certglobal. Whatever has not been verified as belonging to you. Pending verification. Why? Yeah, it says verified. Let's go back. Enable. Enable. Okay. That's it. So this guy has his email enabled. Email address is anand@certglobal.awsapps.com. Click on the username, and then here you may see certain instructions as to how you connect. So that's the email address, and that's how you connect. When you click on organization settings, this is where you can connect. So I click on this link, it will take me to another page where I can type in the user ID and password of this user called as Anand, right? So let's see that. That's my work mail, and that's my password. Let's see. Okay, it says password is wrong, incorrect. So I will go ahead and reset that. I don't remember what that is. Reset password, right? Okay. Password is done. Now sign in again. Okay, it takes me in. I hope I'm not too fast for you guys. Is that okay pace, or you want me to take a step back and discuss all of that again?
No, yeah, Yes, yes.
All right, that's for everybody, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this user called Adam's got a work mail pretty quickly, and that's a professional email address. And you see, let's go ahead and write an email as well. Click on write item, new email. Then I will write it to. Let me write it to myself. Um, yeah, testing web apps slash AWS webmail. Right there. There. Using Amazon. Huh. Look. And look now. Pretty cool. Cheers. I just send that. Let's see if it really lands up in my mailbox. I should get a pop-up now. At least in my phone you should get a sound. Let's see. Nothing yet. Can I refresh that? Nothing yet. Let me see if I typed in my email address correctly. Yeah, that's right. That's it, yeah.
Does it go to spam?
My spam? Why? Why be spam here? So where will that be? Spam here? Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. It landed up here. Why? So just have to whitelist that?
Yeah.
Not spam. Where is it? There should be an option not to mark this as spam, right? We have found that lots of messages from spam. Okay. Really? Yeah. How do I? How do I make it not spam, right? Not spam. Okay. That lands up in my inbox. Okay. Whatever. I got an email, right? So
Yeah.
let me try the other way around as well. If the mail lands up in my box from this email address, what's this? Really? Why is it spam? Right. Send it. Right, it's gone. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. This guy gets it. He doesn't mark it. He's pretty fair. Google is not. So, any which ways. I don't have my picture, so click on that. Download pictures. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's good. That's how it is. So that's a proof of concept of workmail. It'll close that and go back to this place. I hope that's informative. You can create more users, of course, create more users and get them their mailboxes as well. Username, first name, last name, password, and set up the email. That's it, right?
Yeah.
There's a charge per email address. The charge per email address, so you gotta check what the passwords will be, what the charge will be. Now you can always put enforcement on the password settings, like what is a password that user should be using. Should be using complex password or alphanumeric, things like that. These are more of a mobile policy. So just in case you configure your email on your mobile phone, now you can do MDM as well. MDM MDM is called as mobile device management. So you can remotely wipe and remotely manage as well from the MDM mobile device management thing. We can change all of that by clicking at it. So it is. That's one part. Let's go back to Workspaces and see what's going on there. Workspaces. Uh, I doubt it got created because I will get an email as soon as it lands up in this. Oh, okay. It's pending, still pending, right? So you gotta wait, still wait. Okay. So yeah, I got an email. Let's see what I got. Successfully charged your credit card with $30. Oh, that was my previous month's bill anyways. The month of Jan, okay. That's not what we care about now. But okay. This guy is still in pending state. So I'm gonna just wait and give it some time. Was that interesting?
Yeah.
This is great for organizations that have very small organizations or startup companies who are looking for professional email addresses, yeah, so that they can send it to their clients.
Yeah.
How's your project thing going on? Do you get a chance to work on the project stuff?
Yeah. So I created instances, and I need to create a database that is Postgres, and I need to join them actually for the EC2. So previously I tried using two Windows and 9s, so I'm working on that ELB stuff. So as it was not accepting two operating systems, so I'm working on that.
So the challenging stuff will be how you connect your web server to the database server. That is more on the
Yeah,
programming
even
side.
I did the instances and I have to connect it to the database and link it to the HTML page.
Mhm. So are you already done with linking up to the database? Have you created the form?
No, I have to connect it. Still working on it. Today I'll work on the database and connect it to the ELB.
Do you know how to do that, like PHP or stuff like that? Have you done that?
Not completely, but I can look it into it, like PHP, HTML.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So I wish I could help you on that front because I'm not from the development side at all. I have no idea what HTML stuff is. So I'm totally on the infrastructure side. But definitely I have other trainings, classroom sessions as well that go here locally, and I've given the similar project to everybody. Some of them are great web developers, so just in case if I get some handle on that, I'll maybe share the code with you, so that is we'll know what's good. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to take a look at the training agenda progress, the document that I've sent earlier. Take a look at that. Um,
Yeah.
if you know anything that you may want me to discuss again, Because I know what the pending topics are, like CloudWatch and DynamoDB, Elasticache. We can go ahead and do that, but I don't want to hurry up. I'm in no hurry to finish the training and go forward. I just want to give you time so that you sync up and absorb what I just said, practice, and also take a look around the documents. Hey, by the way, I uploaded a lot of documents last night in a central place. Let me share that with you as well. Ta-da. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just pasting that in the chat. Yeah, take a look at that. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll see that as soon as you click on that link, you should be able to download. It automatically downloads a zip file that's like 30 approx 30 MB. There's a lot of documentation that, and especially there's people who look for dumps for examination. That's there as well.
Yeah.
There's enormous documentation inside that, so it's going to be helpful. So Vivek, you got that book?
Yeah, I'm downloading. It's
All right.
only 3 MB.
There are so
Yeah,
many PDF files. Yeah, got it.
yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the case studies that you gotta understand. There's a book also called uh, Amazon Web Services for Dummies.
Oh,
um,
okay.
give that a read as well. The different books that I collected over a period of time, so that you don't have to run around and download from each of those websites. I collected all of that when I was preparing for my certification. So I really spent a lot of time on these documents to understand how that works. So now I'm just handing that over to you, so you don't have to run around and go to different websites to download those things. The documents over here should be quite sufficient for you to go through the certification part. Do you have and if you aspire to write the exam pretty soon? No, nobody. Okay, that's fine. But regardless, if you want to gain more knowledge on that, you will see that there are 3 more zip files inside the zip file. That's domain 1, domain 2, domain 3, domain 4. These domain 1, 2, 3, 4 have been picked up from the blueprint white paper. So if you look at that on the screen, you will see that, yeah. So that is a blueprint. I just double clicked on the blueprint. Yeah. In this blueprint, there's, yeah, these are high cost, availability, data storage, security. So certain domains which I'm interested on, like high availability and cost effective. That's the first part. High availability, cost effective, fault tolerant, scalability system. These keywords are picked up from here. So you will have everything, high availability and business continuity, and costing, which means cost effective, fault tolerant, scalability, and elasticity. All of that, these 3 or 4 modules, all of them are inside this. So any documentation that's related to domain 1, 2, and 7 will be inside this particular zip file. Deployment is in that one. Data security and troubleshooting are totally different. So yeah, getting it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those documentation. As and when I find new documents which are relevant for the exam, or anything that I find worth a good read, I will always put them in this folder, zip it up, and again publish it back to the website. So I'll let you know whenever I do that, don't worry. Workspaces. Oh, awesome. It's a great timing here. So it looks like the Workspaces is available. All right, it's available. Let's see how to log in. Before that, let's explore the options that we got here. Hey, can you see my screen, by the way?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, great, terrific, awesome. So, just a minute, there's a... Right. So I just expanded the workspaces that we have, and what you will see is the username, a bunch of other options like client, workspaces, all of that. There's a workspace IP. This looks like a private IP, it's not a public IP, but how do I log in? There's a registration code like SLIAD something, but there's, there's tags like tag that I gave. But how do I log into this one, right? There's no option that's been given here. It's reboot, stop workspaces, modify running, edit user, all of that is there, but there's not even a single mention of how do I log in. But like I said earlier, I did mention that you will get an email um, to the user about how to get into the machine, right? So the email address that I gave was this. I got nothing over here. I was expecting something. Or does it land up in spam one more time? It never did so far in my life, but uh, let me check. There's nothing wrong in checking there. Okay, we have nothing in spam. So the one last thing that I'm going to do here is go back to my workspaces and try to log in with this certglobal.aws. Certglobal. Yeah, that one. I'll try and see if there's an email over there. Okay. Because that's the email address that it says on that certglobal.aws.apps.com, right? So where's that? Okay, getting redirected. Application has not been enabled for your directory. Okay, doesn't matter. So I'll go back to my emails. Workmail. Click on org settings. Yes, /mail. Let's see. Okay, redirection happened. HTTPS workmail takes me in because it now remembers my password. It's good. I didn't get nothing here as well. Pretty strange. Usually I always get an email every time a machine is created. Should get an email. It's available. Okay.
There's something shows clients link. So can you try that under the email?
Where's here?
Yes.
Amazon tries best to confuse me all the time. But anyways, I should have got an email with all these steps, like download this client from there, and then use this part, which is registration code. Usually they send an email to my email address with all the description as to how to get in a step-by-step process. And that's the mail I was looking at. I haven't done it, but let's follow that. Now, at times people may log in with a Windows 7 machine or Windows, maybe Linux machine, etc. So you have to download a Workspaces client first of all, depending on what kind of base machine you have. Are you using an iPad? Do you want to use iPad to log into the Windows 7 machine that you just created, or a Windows one, or a Chromebook, etc.? Right now I'm using a Windows uh, laptop, so I'll download Amazon Workspaces for Windows 7, and that's it. Let's see. So I should be installing in that, and then use this code in the software. And pretty strange, there's no email. Will I get soon? Okay, nothing. It's alright. Almost there, 1 second, and done. Okay. Alright. Okay, hit next. Install just for you or install for everybody? That's a regular thing. Where do you want to install that? Hit next. And ready to install, yes. So we have to use this software to get into the laptop. You don't get in directly. There's no RDP thing, MSTSC, there's no such thing. Everybody following me? You understand the Amazon Directory, Amazon Mail, and now Workspaces? Yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Okay, I'm done. I click on Start and type Amazon Workspaces, but it's already here. So click on Workspaces and take a lot of time. Okay, got something here. This is where you have to get started, enter your registration code provided in your welcome mail. We never got a welcome mail from them, right? But we know where to go. Select that, and that is the registration code it was expecting us to type. So, I don't know, just copy all of that and say register. Now you have to type the user ID and password to log in to your Windows 7, which is your name. Okay. Log in with your cert global credentials. Okay. So there's a question. I have a question. You were talking about connecting a database. I did not get it. Could you explain about it? I've connected MySQL through client. Are you talking about remote desktop services, Uday? RDS?
yeah. You were talking about the connection of database, something like we're talking about the code. I did not get it. Like something like PHP.
Yeah, okay. There was a project like a front end and a back end systems. So that was totally different today. It was not related to workspaces or workmail or directory. It was a project that we spoke about on this training, which I did not talk with you. So it was about connecting a front end with a back end. So front end will be hosted on your S3 or maybe on your instances, and then the back end is our actual RDS. So how do you connect your front end to the back end is what we are technically working on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So let's say you've got HTML page which has a couple of fields: first name, last name, roll number, and then a submit button. And your users need to, constantly feed in data. You type the first name, type in the last name, type in the roll number, and enter. And that should get into the database. There should also be a search box. When you type in the first name and then hit search, it should give you all the people who had those first names. So that was the kind of system that I was looking at. Well, anyways, we got this Windows 7 machine up and running, and this is through Amazon Workspaces, and there's no RDP thing going on. There's no real technical stuff that people we have to go through. No MSTSC, no RDP. Just launch this client, and next time I just close this. Next time I don't have to type in that code as well because it will remember this. And etc. All I have to do is reconnect it. Just click on reconnect and it takes me in. So I don't have to remember anything except my user ID and password. That's it. And Amazon Workspaces client takes care of it. But then just in case if this laptop is issued to a different user or different department, and the way they should be changing their registration code because their registration code will be different from mine, right? So the way to do that is just go to let this finish. It's doing something now. Let's just finish and then we'll tell you. Alright, I got something here. So what's good, I'll just simply click on start and log off. It's fine. Alright, it's gone as well. Okay. The way to change that is by clicking on that and say advanced settings. Or maybe manage registration setting. Yeah, manage registrations, and this is where you can change this registration code. So for a different user with a different computer, they will have a different registration code. And once you put that in, just say register and it will take you right in. Okay. Any questions on workspaces and workmail? Mm-hmm.
No, I'm good.
We have to go through it again. So
Yeah, you go through it again. Okay. Let me know if you got any questions there. So for now, I'll just go ahead and clean up the directories and give you a minute as well so that you can rethink about it. Let me know if you got any questions and we'll take it up from there tomorrow. Something on CloudWatch, something more on databases, like there is Redshift as well in this, big data concepts. Okay. That's how you get rid of it as well. It's pretty straightforward. So it's going to take a while and take that out of my workspaces. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, then since you got that, we can take up a new topic tomorrow, and this will be a recording that will go straight off into the drive. You can access it from there if you have any questions, but if not, we'll continue tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Vivek. Thank you, Uday. Thanks, Ritvika.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good